Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between, well, ThorZaIN versus Hitman. This game taking place here on Northern Iowa. I think this is from the War 3 Nations matchup here, Swedes versus the Americans right now, as we're looking at ThorZaIN spawning as, well, the red human player over here on the bottom left-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Hitman has spawned as the green orc over here on the top right. An interesting position on this Altar of Storms. Altar of Storms very rarely positioned in a way like that. And is this a four mining? I think this is a four mining. Um, one a four. This is a four mine. Yeah. So, my daughter is asking me what is a four mine. Okay, so normally, in Warcraft, unless he's microing like crazy, normally in mining for gold, you need to have multiple peasants. You need 5 peasants to be able to fully saturate a gold mine. And players have found that in the past, you were able to set up a farm and your altar in a position so it actually straightened the line, and then you were able to mine with 4 peasants or 4 peons. But that was supposedly fixed, making it so that the peasants would actually move slower, so that it would actually show that as well. But well, I'm actually looking at a 4 mine. And if that's the case, then that means that Hitman's lumber should actually be higher than normal going into the scenario. And it does seem that way, that he's able to tech to tier 2 at the same time of placing down this barracks and this burrow. I am very surprised. I did not think that was possible. I mean, if you look at the peasants down across here, you can see there's actually 4 peasants out, one in the gold mine at the same time. Meanwhile, no, see, oh, okay, no, he was, no, there's 4 now. Okay, so Hitman was actually using the rally point trick. So yeah, it was a 4 mine, but what he was actually doing there is he was individually microing those units so that the slow effect never ever actually came into play. So it's not something that he can sustain. It takes your attention, and that's the reason why it was able to be done. All right, Paladin first coming in from ThorZaIN. Paladin, first Rifleman, a very common build, and ThorZaIN has really perfected this particular build, going for Paladin and Rifleman, and then going for Devotion Aura as well. We're going to be seeing some Holy Light here, and this makes it a little bit more difficult for the Farseer to try and harass. The Riflemen do have decent range, 400 range against the Farseer 600, but by the time the Farseer stops to attack, the Riflemen are able to get off a shot there. Yeah, there you go. It is back up to full 5 saturation, but hats off to Hitman right there. And I was like, why is there an Altar of Storms there? And then there's that burrow, and it was a full-on effective 4 mine with micro in order to get that extra bit of little gold. Hats off to Hitman for being able to pull that off and get that extra bit of lumber. This is from Sweden versus USA Nations Cup semifinals. All right, so I don't know. It feels like the Nations Cup, America should be able to represent much better than it often does, right? I mean, how many out of how many players are in America versus, or how many, the population of America versus the population of Sweden? It feels like America, should have just a larger talent pool and should be able to win out on these fights here. But in a matchup with ThorZaIN versus Hitman, 2 big Western names, it's not all for certain. Paladin going after, focusing down onto that grunt a little bit as the lower hit point Riflemen are retreating back. Paladin first, and Holy Light should be able to keep these units, even though they are at half life right now, should keep them fairly strong, as that Farseer is able to, well, create a little bit of distance and then, attack back on that Paladin. American teams only playing versus European teams from semis onwards due to pinging problems. Yeah, well, America has its own problems right now. All right, Rifleman now trying to push back onto that Farseer. Farseer dancing back around. Maybe most of the talent Counter-Strike shooter games and MOBA and eating. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know of many very many professional eaters out of Europe. But then again, I don't follow the professional eating scene. Murloc Tidrunner going to get finished off here. Paladin really wants to get to level 2, get that devotion aura, and allow that allow that little bit of extra healing to go much further. Paladin could continue to heal off one of his lower hit point riflemen right now. It would make a lot of sense. He doesn't want to lose that replenishment potion effect all that much. Trying to pull back right there as the Paladin purposely makes sure to not take any damage and still have that, healing effect going on. Interesting insight by ThorZaIN. ThorZaIN knows that on this particular map, there is a lot of, piercing damage on this particular creep camp, while many of these creeps have heavy armor. So by going after this particular creep camp here, even though it looked rather difficult because of the damage type from the ice trolls, they weren't really dealing that much damage back to ThorZaIN's unit, and he was able to mitigate much of that damage just with Holy Light and Devotion Aura. Coming back off to the north here, ThorZaIN Chieftain is as the second follow-up hero. Endurance Aura followed by Stomp, most likely. There we go. There is level 2. It is going to be Stomp coming into play. We are going to have Shaman out in play as well. And, Shaman normally very effective with Purge, but that's just not going to be the case this time around, as we going to see some Holy Light, trying to Holy Light some units. Chain Lightning going after a low hit point rifleman getting denied by ThorZaIN. Beautifully done, as it was down to 2 hit points. All right, a little bit more healing may be needed right there, as we're looking at that low hit point rifleman trying to back away. There is Siphon Mana, and the Paladin is going to be getting a large amount of mana, trying to deny the Farseer first, and now giving it back to the Paladin most likely here in just a little bit. All right, upside down on mana. He should be trying to give it to ThorZaIN. There it goes, giving that precious mana back to that Paladin. Paladin back up to 140 mana, which translates to 800 hit points right now. Shaman on the move here. Grunts still moving around. We are looking at the ThorZaIN Chieftain trying to get to level 3. Hitman going away from his standard Blade Master strategy, going for the ThorZaIN Chieftain, going for Stomp as well, as we're looking at, Rifleman trying to finish off this particular creep camp. This could be a little bit difficult. We're going to see a little bit of damage. Chaos damage does deal full damage to all armor types, as the Siphon Mana trying to remove more of mana from that Ogre Magi. It looks as though the Magnetar Reaver are going to get taken down, giving more items to that Paladin as well. All right, Blood Mage still was upside down on mana, trying to finish off more things once again. Are we going to get more Holy Light? There goes level 2 on that Blood Mage, as the ThorZaIN Chieftain sits comfortably at level 3. Farseer sitting at level 2, and yes, we do have Banish as that second ability. Siphon Mana. Oh, Blood Mage just working wonders on this particular map, and able to just clear out this creep camp here. You can see the amount of units with mana. Able to siphon that mana and then just constantly give it back to that Paladin time and time again. Devotion Aura, Hood of Cunning, Agility and Intelligence hero. Not Intelligence should help that Paladin just a little bit. Blood Mage. Oh, there's a Banish onto a Raider. Good call by ThorZaIN to slow down the Raider from being able to ensnare his own units. All right, things to keep track of, I guess. Footprints in the snow, much more important, as you don't see them in the water either. We're going to be looking at the Farseer trying to put pressure here. Scroll of Healing is on that Farseer, as we're going to see a couple of Banish. There's that Siphon Mana. There's that Stomp to stop that. There, Holy Light to keep that Blood Mage alive and well, at least for a little while longer, as the Blood Mage gets purged. All right, Griffins are currently out in play. Are we going to see some more Holy Light? Another Banish right there. Shaman, Lightning Shield, going to perhaps finish off that Rifleman there, as we now are looking at, Skeletal Army joining in on the fight. This is a weird battle here. Shaman's going after some of those Griffins in the air. Paladin still sitting at a decent amount of hit points, somehow still alive, not very much mana any longer. Meanwhile, the Stomp has removed much of the durability of that army by constantly stunning them out of position. All right, Griffins trying to finish off a couple of Grunts or so. Units now retreating back. going into rifle Griffins as the strategy of choice, as we're looking at a Raider perhaps going to take a little bit more damage. Well, takes a little bit more damage, but still able to escape. Hitman has his expansion not fully saturated as of yet. ThorZaIN sitting in low upkeep right now on one base. So yeah, Hitman could easily be getting a 20 gold a second to 7 gold a second advantage as ThorZaIN, well, breaks into low upkeep much earlier than I would have imagined. We are getting up an expansion now by ThorZaIN. Blood Mage about to get to level 3. Nope, that did not allow the web spinners to actually spawn up a couple of enough skeletons in order to get to level 3 just close enough. Paladin, however, is sitting at level 4 with level 2 Devotion Aura. All right. Once you get to level 5, the question then becomes, do you go for level 3 Devotion Aura or level 3 Holy Light? The Riflemen, if they are in a wait, what is that? Blood Mage. There's a Claws of Attack. All right, even leaving behind Claws of Attack, apparently. Skeletal Archer is able to get in some damage here. Raiders attacking back. All right, there's a Purge. There's another Purge. Skeletal minions absolutely destroyed. Yep, I believe the Claws of Attack is forever. Oh, was that it? Did the Paladin pick it up? Oh, yep, the Paladin did pick it up. All right, is it still there? Is it still there? Oh, it is still there. You're right, Arya. All right. So, yep, ThorZaIN leaving behind Claws of Attack +5. If we see any units being able to run away sub 20 hit points, well, we'll know that that Claws of Attack +5 did make a big difference.
A player's forces are under attack.
ThorZaIN special or the moving fortress. Yeah, very difficult to take out. All right, we're going to go ahead and try and engage right there. There is a Siphon Mana beautifully positioned. The Tauren Chieftain was completely out of position right there. Going to finally throw down a Stomp, but already out of mana. As we can see that there's Lightning Shield just going around everywhere. All right, Paladin is in a great spot here. Can he Holy Light? No, going to go ahead and Staff of Sanctuary, and pretty much is just constantly saving units all over the place, as we're going to see a couple of those Shaman just get pinned down very, very fast as well. All right, Paladin could be in a little bit of trouble. There is another Banish onto some other units, taking down some of the Headhunters. There's a couple of Ensnares. What is going on here? Lightning Shield, Tauren Chieftain. Lightning Shield may be actually able to finish off a couple of units here, as we see a Purge onto that Griffin Rider. Is it going to get taken out? There is another Banish again. Paladin trying to save more of those units. What is going on? All of these Riflemen trying to back away, and somehow this is just turning into a weird spot. Are we going to finally see a Griffin get taken out? No, Holy Light saves him at the last possible moment once more. And yeah, 65 over 66 supply. It doesn't feel like ThorZaIN has lost a single unit in that battle. Being able to micro all of these units was absolutely clutch and key. Staff of Sanctuary still being used right there, as we're going to see the Tuskar Sorcerer losing all of its mana and now draining from the other side as well. The other Tuskar Sorcerer, you're going to see it all given back to the Paladin, and then the Paladin is going to, well, try and heal up the remaining units again. 420 mana there, brilliantly played by ThorZaIN. This is an absolute crazy matchup. All of the mana already transferred back over to that Paladin. Units are looking pretty well here. We are now going into a Mountain King third. Definitely not expecting that. Scroll of Regeneration to try and top off, heal up the last remaining hit points on all of the other units, as well as the Paladin has a difficult time trying to heal himself up. All right, coming back down here, a quick Scout Tower Raider coming in with, well, Lightning Shield, well, a couple of Illusions now trying to make their way out onto the battlefield as well, going after some of those. As are we going to see a couple of Ensnares? Riflemen going to try and engage. Blood Mage has a bit of mana. Mountain King could perhaps Stormbolt and then stun down a unit to allow, well, ThorZaIN to pick off those fleeing units again. How is Hitman going to respond? That fight was absolutely bonkers and nuts, as Hitman was, well, microing everything he could, but between Banish, Holy Light, and Staff of Sanctuary, it didn't look like a single unit had fallen at all. All right. Illusionary Griffin running around here. We are seeing a Troll Bat Rider. Is a Troll Bat Rider going to accidentally suicide itself onto a Griffin? That could be the question there. Meanwhile, Riflemen Griffins still up in the air. No, some armor upgrades. Is it getting tier 2 armor upgrades yet? Nope. Oh, yes. Yes, we are. So we are going to have even higher armor on across all of these units. Once that paladin gets to level 4, we're going to see 4 additional armor on those riflemen and those griffins than what we're currently seeing now. Oh, sorry. Yeah, level 5. Thank you. My daughter's still already correcting me. All right, Arcane Tower. Well, perhaps going to get some damage here. Tauren Chieftain needs to get feedback. This is a problem. Tauren Chieftain could come inside, get a stomp, and then perhaps a lightning shield. Where are the units going? Griffins are trying to get into position here. Headhunters are off to the side. And while ThorZaIN playing a little bit of a strange game, trying to run around, trying to find the right spot. Is he going to be able to do that? That is the question once more as we're looking at higher armor on those units already. Troll Bat Riders, oh, they're trying to split. And wow, all right, being able to split right there was key. Mountain King going after some of those units. Lightning Shield, Tauren Chieftain getting in a big stomp. Lightning Shield, dealing damage. Holy Light trying to save right there. Siphon Mana, Tauren Chieftain almost out of mana and down to 110. Could get Siphon Mana again as the Mountain King still fighting around still. All right, 68 supply compared to 52. Holy Light, Mountain King has fallen at level 1. Not that big of a loss as the Troll Bat Rider going to find the target and be able to take it down. Paladin now finally gets up to level 3. It is going to be level 3 Holy Light, since there are higher hit point units to try and heal as another Headhunter gets taken down. All right, are we going to perhaps see a Banish there? A Banish would work well. Yeah, Banish slowing it down and then increasing the amount of damage being done by the those Griffin Riders. And well, there is that tactical retreat. Oh, Troll Bat Rider finding its target again. All right, Scroll of Protection may need to be used. Moving, the Flying Fortress, B-52s, sort of deal. Scroll of Protection, adding in even more armor to all of those units. We are looking at, a base armor of 7 on those units. Add in Scroll of Protection, base armor of 9, maybe even 10 here. And will ThorZaIN perhaps get to level 6 on his Paladin and use, Resurrection effectively? All right, Chain Lightning bouncing around across all of those peasants here. Scroll of Town Portal. We are leaving the Dire Wolves behind as they're going to be able to finish off a couple of more peasants again. Meanwhile, in comes the engagement. Tauren Chieftain, if it should just get stunned by the Mountain King first and then follow up with a Siphon Mana, that would be a nasty 1-2 combination as the Mountain King purposely getting into harm's way there. Siphon Mana into the, Mountain King. Mountain King gets off the Stormbolt and it's going to try to get ahead once more. But the, Tauren Chieftain with that level 2 Endurance Aura really able to close in on that distance. No movement speed upgrades for the human army. And level 2 Endurance Aura, level 3 Stomp with that very large stun, a long stun, and that very large radius could, spell certain problems. All right, there is that Siphon Mana. There's a Stormbolt. That was beautifully timed by ThorZaIN to prevent or to remove all of that precious mana as the Stormbolt now goes down. Siphon Mana coming back across. Holy Light saving that Mountain King. Griffin showing back up. Lightning Shield coming back across here as the Paladin is still fighting their way through. Blood Mage down to 600 hit points. Going to continue to heal. Siphon Mana away from the Farseer as it looks to back away. Mountain King, does it have enough mana for a Stormbolt? No, it does not. Scroll of Speed on a Headhunter that's banished, running for his life as we see this low hit point Raider about to just get taken out right there. Well, come on. There it goes. Taken out right there. Paladin or Mountain King trying to pick off another unit again. Tauren Chieftain out of mana constantly as the Griffins, 68 supply compared to the Hitman's 47. 1-2 upgrades right there. Rifleman, 0-2 upgrades here. We are getting level 3 armor upgrades for the remaining units. So the entire ground army can have up to 11 armor here with that Scroll of Protection being used. Meanwhile, Dire Wolf's going to get taken out very quickly as well. Is it going to give level 2 to the Mountain King? Yes, it does. Level 2 to that Mountain King. Are we going to get more mana? Nope. Not enough mana for a Stormbolt as the Paladin and the Mountain King and Blood Mage are just running around the map trying to figure and take down targets. All right. Mountain King does have mana now. Going to go ahead and land a Stormbolt on that Raider. Coming back across, are we going to see that Mountain King? What is going down? Tauren Chieftain still has still has mana, but was not close enough to lay down a stomp. And there you go, a couple of Troll Bat Riders suiciding straight up onto another Griffin Rider, a Stormbolt going down onto the Headhunter as another Headhunter falls again. Mountain King, trying to get higher up, and this is just a perfect combination coming around here. Paladin is playing absolutely. The Paladin has been able to save so many units so far throughout this matchup, and Hitman is just running around the map now. Hitman is in a losing proposition right now. He's trying to find a way to get back into this game, but I'm not quite sure how he's going to be able to make that happen. All right, Troll Bat Riders, perhaps they're going to dive on in. Mountain King perhaps can try and land a Stormbolt on the Troll Bat Rider before it hits the target. Coming back through here, another Spirit Wolf trying to finish off a couple of, trying to finish off some more peasants. I do not think it was successful, or I think it actually fell. I don't know if it was to time life or what's going on here. Mountain King still seeing that level 2. Items actually very sparse by ThorZaIN right now. No scrolls of protection, no scrolls of healing. Or is he going to actually, correct that, make that, fix that problem right there, picking up a scroll of Town Portal. Double Staff of Sanctuary, as the wolves are going to once again make their way in. Extra peasants on the gold mine, but what that means is that those peasants could end up, just standing outside that gold mine a little bit too long, as we're going to see another wolf get taken down again. Experience slowly but surely growing. Level 5 Tauren Chieftain, level 4 Farseer, going up against a level 5, level 4, level 2. If that Blood Mage gets to level 3, all of a sudden that level 3 Siphon mana really strips mana away at a much faster rate than you would expect. If you if you land the Stormbolt on the Tauren Chieftain right as the Siphon mana starts, things go sideways very quick. There's that Stomp, and all of a sudden, all of these peasants are going to be in trouble. Troll Bat Rider, Scroll of Speed, trying to get away. No Stormbolt, and we're going to see a quick death of a Shaman there, as more peasants going to continue to mine once more. All right, main gold mines down to about a minute of mining left. Farseer making their way back off to the north here. We are looking, more gold mining off over here. Siphon mana pulling that back once again, as the wolves diving on in to perhaps get in some damage here, but not going to be able to get very far with both the guard tower and that arcane tower coming across. All right. Voodoo Lounge being built here just as a little bit of a scouting expedition. One peasant off here sees the Magnetar Reavers. What is going to go down in this particular matchup? Perhaps even adding a farm right here would make a lot of sense. Make it difficult for the wolves to run around and actually get any sort that would block it all off. Thank you for the follow. Lots of follows today, always greatly appreciated. Even though the viewers are not in the in the triple digits, I'd rather have 25 viewers here and then 25,000 YouTube views, to be honest, as we look at another peasant getting taken out. All right, Voodoo Lounge getting cleaned up easily off to the side. We're still looking at a Paladin with the Scroll of Town Portal for a Get Out of Jail Free card. Level 3 armor, already up to almost level 10 armor on these Griffins. Already before any sort of Scroll of Protections. All right, so far, Bat Riders, mass Bat Riders to deal with all of these Griffins. Griffins do have a large amount of armor. How much damage protection can they really help with here? 78 supply compared to 59. The Troll Bat Riders are going to be diving in onto their targets. But what happens once those Troll Bat Riders suicide on all of those Griffins? Is there enough riflemen to really spread things out? The Griffin Riders, Paladin really wanted... perhaps really wanted to get to level 3 Devotion Aura, get that little bit of extra armor going, as Scroll of Speed still running around the map here. All right, it is all a game about trying to get into the proper position. That's what we're looking at right now, and who has the proper positioning? That is the question. Tauren Chieftain, Potion of Invulnerability available to him. That was a huge pickup alongside that Pendant of Energy. Mountain King sitting at level 2, having maxed out mana. Where is he going to perhaps try and go? He wants to stun down that Tauren Chieftain, at the right time. Militia getting called over, and are they going to try and build a new gold mine, or are they just going to long-distance gold mine back and forth? Alchemist as a third hero. Interesting choice. Troll Bat Riders, are they going to try to dive on in? Yes, they do try to dive on in, but there's a little bit of separation going back all the way around as we are looking at, well, Griffins trying to just absolutely separate themselves from each other. 48 supply compared to 66. Who is going to come out ahead? Another beautiful Holy Light at the last possible second. Banish on a Troll Bat Rider. Tauren Chieftain throws down a stomp only to get Siphon mana now as the Blood Mage has 160 mana here. All right, going after the Alchemist. Alchemist could get taken down. Level 3 now onto that Mountain King. Chain Lightning bouncing around, going after the Farseer. There's that stomp once more. Mountain King, is it going to be able to Stormbolt that Tauren Chieftain? Siphon mana, do something. There's that Stormbolt there. Staff of Sanctuary saves as the Banish goes down onto the Farseer. Farseer down to 69 hit points, and it's going to get taken out. Oh, Potion of Invulnerability used at just the right moment as the Mountain King was mid-swing. All right, Potion of Invulnerability down to 112 hit points. Stormbolt, however, Stormbolt because of a Scroll of Town Portal as the units are trying to get into position again. 59 supply compared to 32. A crazy matchup here as we're going to see a couple of Spirit or Dire Wolves get taken out once more. Blood Mage is now sitting at level 5. And with that level 3 Siphon mana, should be able to will shut down any sort of caster play by that Tauren Chieftain. 59 supply compared to 36. But Hitman, well, he does not give up. He plays until the very end. He does try to win every single battle, even though the writing is a bit on the wall. One great play is all it would really take, as the Troll Bat Riders are, well, really looking to see what they can do in terms of trying to go back and forth here. All right, there's a stomp right there. Are we going to see a Siphon or a Stormbolt? No Stormbolt, as the Tauren Chieftain able to dodge and head back. If the Tauren Chieftain gets to level 6, that could be enough to spark some sort of comeback from Hitman. He is 19 experience shy. Stormbolt now goes down onto the Farseer. Are we going to see a Thunderclap? There's a Thunderclap. Mountain King trying to run back around. Is blocking the path here. Stormbolt coming to a cooldown. Potion of Invulnerability transferred back over. Holy Light saved. Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 5. Are they going to be able to do anything else here? Trying to go after those units. Stormbolt instead onto the Alchemist once more. Alchemist could get taken down as the Alchemist down to 296 hit points, able to hide inside the base. Healing salves, healing salves across the board here for that Farseer. In addition to that Clarity Potion, no healing salve. There you go, finally on that Alchemist, losing a bit of precious time as the peons are making their way back out. Griffins. 3 Griffins in the air, separated from the rest of the army. 2 Riflemen now going to continue that fight once more. Are we going to look at a bash? What is going on here? Paladin, what is going on? There is that stomp, stunning all 3 human heroes for a little bit too long. Are we going to see a Holy Light? Yes, Holy Light saved that Rifleman at the last possible moment. More Siphon mana away from that Farseer. Tauren Chieftain still has a little bit of mana. Mountain King doesn't have any mana, going back into that Mountain King again. Stormbolt finishes off a Raider, and yeah, this is pretty much the end here. 3 heroes, 2 Riflemen should be able to finish all of this off here. Are we going to see a Staff of Sanctuary try to save ThorZaIN's Rifleman? I don't think so. Is it going to be enough? Holy Light saves it at the last second. Again, Tauren Chieftain now surrounded, and there is the GG. That clutch save of that Rifleman prevented level 6 on the Tauren Chieftain right as it was about to fall. A nail-biter of a match between ThorZaIN and Hitman. Hitman losing at the very end. He could have sparked a comeback, but so many great plays between these two great players. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.